Hey, Coach Nate here, talking about cheat meals and feasts today. Okay, so this is something that we all deal with, whether we're going out to lunch, dinner with clients, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas at the family's house. We all have those situations where we're running into a time where we're eating more food than we normally would, eating stuff that were not necessarily in our plan, more desserts, things like that. And that happens in our life, and you want to make sure that when you do indulge in those things, it's a choice. It's not a reaction to the environment. You're not just being bullied into it because your grandma's like, eat the cookies or else. You want to maybe like, I want to have this cake because I really like the cake. I want to have these cookies because it's special to me, and like that. That being said, here's how to use the cheat meals and those feast meals to your advantage rather than using them as a way to get derailed. The average weight gain over the holiday season itself is 8 pounds. So how do we prevent that? Okay. So the first thing is you want to make sure that you're staying active. So especially in the morning of like a day where you're going to go to grandma's house and crush some food, you're going to go out to a client meal, that's going to be big. So getting active early, getting active right in the morning when you first get out of bed, that's going to be the best time to do it. So some resistance training is best. Cardio is fine, but for our purposes, resistance training is the number one thing. So going to a gym, awesome idea. Or using your BOD in a box home body weight resistance exercise, because a lot of times these days take place when the gyms aren't open, or you're not trying to escape the family. You want to get something that's quick and easy. So I'm going to talk about BOD in a box, some body weight exercises. What you want to do is get a full body workout in early on in the day, and then eat light up until that feast, okay? So I can't emphasize this enough. Getting that workout in the morning is going to be super, super important, okay? So get a minimum of 30 minutes, and this is a great time to, include your family, include your friends, include whoever on your habits, your healthy habits. Bring them in with you. Don't let them take you to the bar, bring them with you to that healthy habit, and then you guys can feast together, all right? So it's great when you can include them, and then use the training as a way of creating more connection, more meaning. All right. So what you want to do is you do a full body exercise, or if you're on a plan where you're doing something that's like a back day, an arms day, a chest day, a legs day, do your biggest exercise day that day. So legs day for me is always a good one on a Thanksgiving or a Christmas. Okay. Anything where you're using a ton of different muscle groups, those big muscle groups, your glutes, your quads, your lats, those things, because when you can use those early on in the day, then for the remainder of the 24, 48 hours, those muscles are broken down, and they're craving nutrients. They're craving protein and carbs to rebuild. So that way, when you give them those carbs, you give them that protein in the form of your turkey, your stuffing, your mashed potatoes, whatever else that is, then you're going to be feeding the muscles rather than just feeding the fat stores because you sit on the couch watching football all morning, okay? So get up a little earlier, whatever that looks like, to structure that within your day. But a full body BOD in a box workout can be an awesome option. When you're at home, you're trying to get something done, but you don't necessarily want to run to the gym because everyone's around, okay? So make sure you're training. Make sure that the following meals up until your big feast meal are really light. So that's a good option is a protein shake, or take a protein shake, make it a little bit bigger, split it into two so you have like a breakfast and a lunch. It's something where you're not getting a ton of calories because it's coming afterwards. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna leave you with is after your feast meal, especially if you go a little overboard on the drinking and eating and desserts and stuff like that, don't be afraid to throw down a fasting day, a 24-hour period of fasting. After that, it's not like you're going to starve. You just had a ton of food. You're going to let that run its course for the next 24 hours. So take the next day, don't eat breakfast, don't eat lunch, jump back in at dinner, trying to have just a water fast. That's going to really negate any sort of damage you did or like sliding. So this is especially a great strategy if you didn't get a chance to train, okay? Any questions about any of this stuff, leave it here. Hoping you enjoyed it and get some good information out of it. Coach Nate out.